Good afternoon, Mr. Norman. My name is Queila Cano, and I'm the CEO of Grupo IPS Mexico Global Security System.
Do you think outsourcing business process tasks will lead to serious job losses in Mexico?
It depends of the type of outsource. For example, if it involves products like food or clothes, the outsourcing will be affecting obviously the local economy, taking job apart from or cultural people, the ones that live from our culture, selling or traditional food or traditional type of clothing. Yes, it will affect.
What strategies could governments develop to cope with job losses and to create more jobs in Mexico?
Make laws that regulate the amount of outsourcing a company is allowed to make. It's I we think that it needs to be we need to have a limit or starting programs of capacitation that help people to start their own business.
What factors cause a company to take cost-cutting measures to reduce spending?
For example, if the company is suffering a low profit income, it is reasonable that they take measurements to reduce spending. I don't know, by trying to reduce their overheads. For example, um, the main reason that companies came to us is for that to reduce their costs because our services are cheaper for them. For example, in security, it's cheaper for the companies to contract us than to contract their own vigilance or security staff.
How do companies that outsource achieve lower overheads?
By focusing in their main activities or products, since they don't need to focus in the activities that they are covering with outsourcing. Sometimes starting in a new field as a company is not so convenient because it involves a strong inversion of money.
How does outsourcing help companies to streamline their operation and become more efficient?
Because companies that outsource generally develop an organized system based on their employees, the tasks, their clients, prices, and places. It's like a database when they can have all the information organized. Also, they have managers or persons in charge of supervising and making sure that everything is working the way they used to.
What tasks could companies outsource to free up the resources for their core activities?
As in the last question we mentioned, companies are always searching for reduce their cost. They or company and all of the outsourcing companies base their activities mostly in volume, so we can save money and we can make the things for employees. If we contract more employees, for example, the medical insurance give us a higher discount, and in general it's cheaper for us to contract more people and to be working in volume than to be working just with a few people.
Why can companies that outsource get through a bigger volume of work?
It is one of the main resources to reduce overheads. Also, it is the service. Also, if the service is cheap, it's a better way to gain money. As I told you in the last question, in Spanish it's called mayoreo. So, for example, the medical insurance is better for us to have more employees with medical insurance because the company responsible for the insurance, from every 100 insurance they give us 10 of them free, for example. And in general, for if we are a company that outsource for cleaning companies, for example, it is better to work in volume because maybe our mm, products can be the product that we need, water, soap, um, perfumers, all that stuff. We can buy them in a cheaper price by buying them in volume instead of buying them just by pieces.
How can a company gain a competitive edge over rival companies?
It is influenced by different factors. For example, or the main ones that make the difference between one company and another are the quality in the service, the prices, the skilled workers, the efficiency of the company, the customer's loyalty, and the confidence that the customers have with us, that we have with our employees, that the employees have with the company. It's a totally world of factors that make the difference between one and another company.
In what ways can outsourcing improve the quality of life for workers in emerging economies?
Thanks to the difference between money rates, some companies can give a much better salary than national companies. For example, if a American company come here and it pay us in dollars, well, the rate that we are going to have it's much bigger than the one we are expecting, and obviously the salary will be a lot higher. Um, this way, they improve the salaries of the employees, they improve their lifestyle, and they give them sometimes a lot of companies a lot of promoting opportunities, so they can continue growing inside of the company and developing personally and laborally, so they can be in a higher charge.